heroes.
Wait, that's this year, Jared.
No. The
arrival of
the good heroes.
Now, that first season, I mean, we look back and we can say, like, Lost was a huge pop culture turning point, but Heroes, the first season of Heroes was a huge pop culture turning point because even though, you know, it was not an adaptation of anything superhero or comic book, it was a clearly inspired by that, and I think it really set the stage for the complete takeover of television that we have now with, you know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Arrow and Daredevil and all those things. That first season, you know, I've gone back and revisited it. There are certainly issues with it, but overall, like, it was really compelling storytelling, and it had just great twists and turns that you would typically only consume in a comic book type setting, but that translated so well to serialized TV.
Yeah. I just want to echo what you said. I think it's really interesting that now in 2015 we're at this time where comic book movies are #1 in the box office, that we have The Flash, we have Green Arrow, we have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we have all these comic book shows on TV. It wasn't like that when Heroes came out.
No.
I mean, there were comic book movies, but
it was clearly a little X-Men inspired.
Yeah, absolutely. But that really is, I think, what kind of changed pop culture, or one of the reasons why pop culture really changed, to be able to see kind of these superheroes as becoming such a big thing, right?
Yeah, and I think she mentioned that it was based on X-Men. I think that's really good to point out.
Inspired by X-Men.
Yeah, well, if you're going to steal from the best. But they made it work. Marvel Comics tend to feature kind of lower-powered heroes, particularly defensively. Heroes with a single unique ability, and the Heroes show followed that line, followed the kind of, you know, the odd man out situation, people being persecuted for being different, secret histories, heroes and villains with moral ambiguity. Although, you know, one villain, of course, was kind of a psychotic maniac and very lovable.
Siler was like delightful.
Exactly.
Psychotic maniac.
Thank you, Zachary Quinto, for this gift you have given.
Yeah, Heroes gave us Mr. Spock.
That's right.
You know,
that's right. I just think that Heroes is also very significant because even though, you know, I think it's fair to say that, especially in its totality, when you look at all the seasons that it ran for, it's not an equal works to the original X-Men film in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like it did for superhero TV shows what X-Men did for superhero movies in the modern age, which is that it kind of paved the way, showed what the model for a medium to high budget serialized you know, comic book TV show looks like.
For the time, really good effects for TV, especially for a brand new, unproven show. You know?
Absolutely.
And honestly, to me, again, and I'm sure you guys all agree, the first season was by far the best season.
Oh yeah, I don't think we should talk about the other seasons. Let us make no more of them.
Go 2006.
Exactly, that's the year. But yeah,
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
that was the
So
meme,
many, it was so iconic. The hooks were great.
the episode Company Man, where you find out Horn Ring Glasses, who you have believed is the arch villain of the series for half the season, discovered nope, he's the best guy on there, and you had no idea. Being fooled like that and having it flipped over on me, I just jaw-dropping TV at the time.
He's not just dad of the year, he's dad of the forever.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Siler earlier. You know, a delightful bad guy, just a hateful, insidious human being, but just so evil, so wonderfully evil.
He's so well drawn to and very well acted by Zachary Quinto. I think when I go back, that's the thing to me that still stands the test of time.
Oh, he's the show. He's the show. When you look back, HRG and Siler are the show.
Yeah.
And the George Takei guest stars. And by the way, that was kind of the beginning of that George Takei resurgence. Like the hey, George Takei takes over the internet. Heroes was kind of the herald of that whole
and then
thing.
Facebook.
Yeah, and then Facebook. And then we had him forever, thank goodness. Casualty of the writer's strike.
That's right.
The show I bought a TiVo to watch. R.I.P. Heroes. So sorry to see you go.
It's still on the air right now. We should not write it off.
Let us speak no more of that. Let us speak no more.
It is reborn.
It's probably still in your TiVo too, Jared.
Yeah, it's still there. It's waiting. It's
I don't think my
waiting
TiVo will plug into my current television.
I was going to say, yeah, it's right there on your TiVo, which hopefully is sitting in a garbage dump somewhere.